Hi, everyone. I'm Monique with MD Consulting. Today, I'd like to talk a little bit about the top 3 strengths of leaders. I get asked this all the time in my coaching sessions. My clients come to sessions and they really want to be better leaders. And so they ask, what are some of the top strengths? What are the key skills? Well, it really depends who you talk to, but in our sessions, we've narrowed down 3 that seem to be the most important to leaders and their teams. Leading by example is one top strength. And by that, I mean that a leader really has to model the behavior that they're looking for in their team. That would be integrity, honesty, good communication skills, a growth mindset, anything that they want from their team, the leader needs to model. So think about your skills as a leader. Think about what you are wanting from your team and ask yourself if you're modeling that behavior. Are you setting a good example? The next key strength is communication. And by far, this is the hardest one. Communication involves so many things. It involves nonverbal communication. It involves the ability to listen, the ability to have empathy. All these things are very important. And communication, if you're going to do it well, takes a while. So many of my clients do work with me on their communication skills. Some of them are really good listeners, but they are lacking in other forms of communication. So you really have to assess yourself and gather feedback about how people think you communicate. Because again, if you're going to model really good behavior for your team, you also need to model good communication skills. Finally, the third top strength or skill that seems to come up a lot in coaching is inspiring and motivating your team. Okay, so let's break that down a little bit. What exactly does that mean? Motivation is different for everyone. Some people are motivated by money. Other people are motivated by work-life balance. Inspiring them, what does that mean? How do you inspire someone in order to motivate them? So when my clients come to coaching and they ask about how to motivate people on their team, they assume that everyone on the team is motivated in the same way, but they're not. So you have to start by asking each individual person what motivates them. I mean, it's a simple question, but nobody thinks to ask. And it's very important because that's the only way you're going to get to know your team members individually. And it's the only way that you're going to know what actually motivates them, what inspires them to do good work, what inspires them to follow you as a leader. So that conversation is critical and it involves communication. So do you see how all of these things tie in? You have to model the behavior that you want, you have to communicate well, and you have to communicate with your direct reports in order to motivate them, in order to know how to motivate them. And these things take time, but you have to set up a forum for this to happen. That could be one-to-one individual meetings with them on a regular basis. It could mean team meetings. It could mean larger team building events or all of that. But either way, these top 3 skills are things that you can strive for as a leader. And if you need any assistance, I really encourage you to contact me at Monique at mdconsultingglobal.com. And we can set up a breakthrough session where we can just chat about how you would approach this with your team. I hope these 3 tips helped, and I hope you have a great day.